Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well on this terrific Thursday. That's it. This is Thursday. It's terrific. You're looking terrific. And this is video 3 of 3, baby. Might do a live tomorrow. Let me know down below if you want to do a live. Primarily because this GoFundMe situation that I set up regarding the camera, this has kind of snowballed and caused a bit of a snowball effect of issues. So we're getting there. But I'll have a chat more about it in the live if you want to join me. But look, here we are. This is video 3 of 3, and we're talking about Jay Slater because, in my opinion, this case isn't over. But there is a real specific reason why I don't feel it's over, and I think it's important for people to appreciate why there are people who can't let this case go, despite the trolls wanting us to, despite the Tenerife locals wanting us to, because why? Is it because the narrative that's being pushed is beneficial to them? It takes the eyes off of Tenerife? Because, make no bones about it, Tenerife has been problematic with respect of missing peoples for decades. People go missing here all the time. People have lost their lives here all the time. There have been issues surrounding narcotics, surrounding business protection rackets, and so on and so forth for decades. I spoke briefly previously about a story of a British boxer who went over there and was basically beaten to death. He was brought back into the UK and sadly lost his fight for life. But this was surrounding business protections and things like that. So this has been a problematic area. I don't have skin in the game so much with respect of Tenerife. I have family members who have an interest in Tenerife. I will leave it there. And they have themselves told me what Tenerife is like with respect of missing people and, you know, the police's willingness over there to look at situations that they should rarely want to look at. And that seems to be a big problem here with respect of the law enforcement of Tenerife turning their eyes away from things that they should rarely be getting balls deep into. Don't be rude. But the reason why the Jay Slater situation sits with me so uncomfortably with respect of just saying, look, I'm going to let this lie. I said the other day, and I've said it multiple times, and a lot of the trolls, they love it when I say I'm not going to cover something and then I cover it again. It's just what I do. If you don't like it, there's the door, fuck off. But the Jay Slater case, if you strip everything away, strip all the noise away, strip all of the other stories that you can kind of latch onto it and give them a new vibrant feel because you're attaching Jay Slater's name to it, the bare bones of this case is a young man with a bit of a checkered past goes on holiday to an area with a checkered past. He hooks up with people who have a checkered past and seemingly then does a series of decisions that are indicative of either an external factor, whether that be narcotics, whether that be drink, whether it be being fearful, and that would lead to his demise, his death. He dies. And the narrative being pushed is that Jay Slater is a young man who went on holiday with friends, went to a rave, and then died. They're skipping out. They're cutting out. It's like a video where you have an hour-long video and you're doing a video edit and you have to keep removing pieces. And you remove pieces of this video, this timeline, and the bits you remove then condenses that video into how you want it to be perceived. And it seems with the Jay Slater case, in order to believe the narrative that's being pushed out and to be the accepted version of events, you're having to remove these segments of this video. But these segments are fundamental to the story. And when you remove these pieces from it, you're changing the entire dynamic of the story. And that's what is uncomfortable to me. Would you feel the same way if you left all of these pieces out? It's like if I did 2 videos side by side about the Jay Slater story. to somebody who had never heard about Jay Slater. They'd never heard the story. It was just look, I'm going to show you 2 videos, watch this, watch that, and tell me how you feel. And I remove all of the parts about his past. I remove the parts about Ayub Kasim and his past. I move out all of the pieces of the footage that we've seen, the footage of Jay Slater at the rate. I personally feel that some of the footage that we've seen of Jay Slater at the NRG festival is potentially doctored. That's how I feel about it. There's a part that if you slow down, the part where they're showing Jay Slater seemingly handing something off to someone, if you slow that footage down, it's almost like in one piece of it he's wearing his clothes, and then in the other one his top's gone. But go to Wax Unfiltered. He's got the video. Go and watch him and slow him down. I'm not going to try and take work away from other content creators. We all talk about the same thing, so you'll get the trolls who turn around and say,
well, you're just talking about the same thing that person's talking about. You're stealing that person.
Fuck off. All talking about the same thing, you silly but it's that. Do you know what I mean? We're all talking about the same story, so we're sometimes going to talk the same because there'll be people out there who feel the same way about things. We'll be on the same page, or there'll be people who don't feel the same about a thing, and then that'll make it look like you're being different. You're not. You're just coming at it from a different angle. Anyway, what the hell am I talking about? I digress. Point being, the Jay Slater story, if you remove certain elements of it, the entire story changes. The entire feel of it changes. It feels like a different thing. And when you leave everything in and push that out to people to try and get them to conclude that story the same as they would with all the pieces removed is a hard pill to swallow. That's the difficult thing. Don't tell us to accept that Jay Slater was just this lad who went with his friends on holiday. They went to this rave. He went for a walk because he wanted to walk back from an Airbnb where he attended with friends. He stayed with friends and walked back to his apartment because he'd missed a bus. And he was young and stupid and thought he could overcome this terrain, and that's what happened. Don't make us accept that when you've got all of these other elements to it that are criminal. They are absolutely criminal. And the funny thing is, when I say it's criminal, just think about this, and I'll leave this with you, because this is the thing, don't ever forget, because I feel that the Jay Slater case is a done deal. It's done, it's sewn up. People just don't want to know. They're willing to let it lie. And that could be for many different reasons. Anything from they just feel pain and they want the pain to subside and they want to move on with their life. Or it could be someone else. It could be that they feel threatened. They feel, worried and concerned that if they push things, there could be repercussions to it. It exists. It happens. And when you consider, as I was about to say, this entire story that we have to accept was told by ex-convicts. That's the story. Jay Slater spent the last moments of his life with ex-convicts who were heavily involved in the narcotics world, in an area that has narcotics issues, and he lost his life. And we're supposed to believe all these people around him are now changed people and completely and utterly trustworthy. Do you trust it? Let me know down below. I'll catch you all on the next one.